Hey everybody, what's going on? It's time for Tuesdays, just after Bill Burr's Monday morning podcast. I'm Average Joe, as you know. And give me a second to put on my seatbelt, be a safety first, safety conscious citizen, and we'll get into it. Alright, what do we got? So, got a couple things we can talk about. Bill, he was a little energized on the Monday morning podcast. Got his family in town, which, it's all good and whatnot. He was telling a story about his daughter caught his buddy dressed up like the Easter Bunny. And funny part is, he's talking about the guy doing the falsetto. And I just got a guy at work good. I wish you could have seen that. If anybody knows the game, I know you already lost, and I lost saying that, but if you know the game, then you'll know when I say I just got somebody leaving work, I got them good. But, Bill's daughter, I guess she knew the guy's name, the guy that was in the bunny suit, and so she called him right on it. I'm gonna have to roll this fucking window up because this damn wind is so bad. We got like 50-mile-an-hour winds here in Michigan. It's fucking wild. Well, not wild, but, I'm just so used to Florida being like, hurricanes or nothing. And here it's just fucking windy, whether it's sunny, fucking snowing, raining, it's just wind. It's like, man, you'd think the wind at the equator is stronger because, that's where the earth would be spinning the most. Like, if you're standing on the North Pole, you're kind of spinning in a circle, like you're just doing a rotation. But no, back to the shit. So yeah, Bill's daughter caught the fucking Easter Bunny guy, which is hilarious. Because like I was saying on my other cast, and he was talking about how you gotta have that conversation where your teeth are together. You're talking through your teeth. You're like, don't you dare ruin this for the other kids. God damn it, I'm in the fucking ear. And it's hilarious because, like I said to my mom, just to make sure that I believed, in my, a proper amount of my age, she faked a call to the tooth fairy, which, like I said, in those days there was a house phone. Well, maybe rich people had cell phones, like the big fucking 1990s, like the cell phone that's the size of like 5 wallets stacked on top of each other, and then the antenna that comes out like farther than your old car antennas. No, we had a house phone, so she got to play it off pretty well. But like I said, my dad ruined. He's the one that pretty much ruined it all for me when I realized, the Santa thing with my dad. Like I said, my mom was she was a good liar when Bill's talking about, don't fuck up this lie for all the other children, even though you're not supposed to lie to me. I mean, I didn't really. Well, as an adult, I lied to my parents more than a kid, which is kind of fucked up, I guess. Because as an adult, it shouldn't matter what you say, but no, she kept the lie going pretty good. She had me believing, but Dad, it wasn't because he wanted me to not believe. He just didn't give a fuck. He just didn't give a fuck. Like, even now, my little sister's, well, one of them's, she'll be 13 this year. Well, this summer, so, with her, I don't know if she still believes or not, but the other's, just about to be 7, she's about to be 8. And so I wonder, because my dad, like I said, he doesn't give a shit. And when he he gave up the information to my sister and me. We were older. I'm 30s. My sister she'll be 40 next year. My older sister, and then the 2 younger ones, they're babies. But my dad got so, I don't want to say lazy, but he just got so like to the fuck it point of these stories that now when my sisters are like, well, is Santa coming? He's like, I'm fucking Santa. And he means it. He really truly means it. Like, he's not even trying to be funny. But they take it as a joke because he says it so just, it's like there's no niceness to it. I'm fucking Santa. Santa doesn't fucking exist. I'm the one who buys the presents. I wrap the shit. I do every fucking thing. And fucking going on like fucking Bill does, or Bill used to. And then because it's so outlandish, you believe it. You're like, well, of course Santa's real, because there's no way that fucking asshole is Santa. And come to find out when you're an adult, that asshole is Santa. At least at his house. But no, and then he's talking about, he was on The View and doing like a woman show, and he's talking about his fan base. How a lot of us, I say us because I'm a fan, but I'm not one of his fans. Like, yeah, screw women, and feminine sucks, and blah. Like, no, I'm not one of those fans. I'm not gonna say I'm a male feminist like he was talking about either. But no, yeah, I'm a Burr comedian fan. I find his comedy funny. I know it's comedy. I know he's married and his wife hasn't left him, so she either accepts abuse or he's not fucking that bad of a guy. So the women jokes, but no, it's funny. He said that women had they got to be heard, and they don't ever feel like they're heard, but they talk more than anybody else. And just brings me back to that story I was telling you guys about the mom and the niece, or in the case it was the daughter for her, but the niece of my friend. And the mom says, are you hungry? And the niece goes, no, not really, but I could eat. And the mom goes, well, so do you want food or no? And she goes, no, I'm fine, thanks. And then the mom starts ordering food, and she's like, well, where are you ordering from? And then next thing you know, the daughter wants something to eat. And then she goes, all right, well, look at the menu and tell me. And she's like, oh, I don't want to look. Never mind, I'm not hungry. It's just back and forth, and it's so fucking perfect on what Bill said. Like, you got to be heard, but what you say is never fucking, like, it's not, I don't know if he said concise or precise, but any of the cises, it's none of them. But it's fucking hilarious, because it's exactly how, not every woman, just like not every man is a cheating pig, and abusive, and not every white's racist, not every black is fucking whatever stereotype you want to throw in. Not every Asian is a genius. Not every fucking, well, I don't know, but you get the point. Not all of us are, none of us are just anything. We're all fucking human, and when it comes down to it, we all got the same fucking guts and shit on the inside. You take my heart out, like I said, I think I said this like a long time ago, but it was like, say we were doing some scientific experiment, and I passed away, and a black guy passed away, and roughly the same age or same health condition, whatever. You put our hearts next to each other, like in a science, like like kids when you're in high school and you dissect the frog. If they were like, oh, that's a good one, dissecting the frogs. It's like they should take the fucking not humans, but like you got, like how you got brown bears, black bears, and polar bears. They should take their organs, do that for science class, and then make a question out of it. Be like, all right, tell me which bear you got. Do you got the polar bear heart, the black bear heart, or the fucking brown bear heart? And when none of the kids know which fucking bear, like, I don't know, it's the polar bear. Nope, that's the black bear. Well, how do you know? Blah blah. You go by DNA or whatever. But it'd be a good racial lesson. We're not saying that kids are racist, because if anything, it's the way I see it is it should be going away. With the younger generations. I mean, my generation, we never really, like, my dad's generation. All it is there's these fucking ends this, and the fucking mix that, and the fucking towel this, and all the different stereotype fucking racial slurs. But as my friend group growing up, it was I know it's not PC, politically correct, but it was always like, if we're friends, I walk up to you, I'm like, what's up, my nigga? And they'd say the same shit back. Sometimes I'd get called Manila because I'm a white guy. We knew it was all out of love. Nobody ever was like, wait a minute, wait a second, you said what? I could say I love you in a worse tone than that. I could be like, I fucking love you, and it's like, whoa, like that sounds like you're gonna hurt somebody, So yeah, words, I think it's context, but we've gone over that. But let's see. No, getting back to Bill. What else did he say? His daughter caught the Easter Bunny. That was a good one. Family's in town. He got a nice email from some lady, which I'd like to write a nice email. Actually, I was thinking about it. Anybody who listens, I don't have the email yet, but go ahead and comment some questions. Like I got some like the one comment. I know he was not ragging on me, but he was saying, you could do better stuff with your time and whatnot. And I know I gave some shit back, but comment a question like, what I think about something or what you think about something, and let's compare and, give me shit to talk about. But, because, like I said, Bill, I mean, there's good stuff to talk about, but it's all his stories. But I got some good shit for you. I was falling asleep the other day. I was actually it was, it was Sunday, yeah, because that's why I freaked out. So it was Sunday. I worked Monday through Friday. And, on the weekends, not even on just weekends, but my cat is he's got my schedule down. So what happens is he wakes me up in the mornings because he gets a treat in the mornings before I go to work. And so he wakes me up. Come on, people. It's a fucking 3-way stop. I'm the last person. That means all you fuckers go. Anyway, so no, my cat's on the schedule. Don't you fucking do it. God, people are assholes, man. This guy just tried to whip a trailer out in front of me. Like, dude, I'm a single truck. You're a fucking F-250 with a trailer, and you're gonna try and cut me off like you're you're faster than I am. God damn it. So, back to the fucking stories. No, so yeah, Sunday, so my cat's on a schedule. He wakes me up. Weekends, obviously he doesn't know I'm fucking off work. So he wakes me up. 6:30, 7 in the morning. It's fucking meow, 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 motherfucker. Time to wake up. We got some treats to be given, and that's fine. I don't care. I get up. I take my my medicine for the day and my blood pressure pill and whatnot. Yeah, I fucking got a blood pressure medicine in my 30s. Yeah, I'm fucking overweight. And speaking of that, Bill said he got a safe. He finally got it. How'd he put it? It sounded so fucking, not even gay and a homosexual, but it sounded so gay and just like a fucking really. Oh, he's like, I said, I got steamed or something like that. And and then he calls himself Billy Beefcakes, and it's like, rearrange your fucking wording. Billy Beefcake got his ass steamed in a steamer. Like, dude, you're making it sound way worse. You should have just said, I got a clean, empty steam room with my wife, so there was no other men. And and then he talks about fucking, I didn't video it, and I didn't video the cold bath. How many people want to see, like he said, like, I mean, I'm not saying I'm fucking super sexy or nothing, but how many people, show of hands, raise your hand if you wanted to see an almost 60-year-old man sweating his balls off in a fucking sauna, probably sitting next to his wife sweating her fucking ovaries out, talking about, fucking, I'm assuming, probably the kids and politics and shit. And then, and he talks about the Job story some more with the God and the devil and all that, and devil's the adversary. Like, it made me think of the show on Netflix, The Flash, with Grant Gustin and Tom Cavanaugh and all them. Great, Tom Cavanaugh, great actor, man. But one of the enemies for one of the Flashes is the adversary, I think he's called. Oh no, he's called the rival, but I think they call him an adversary at one point. So yeah, when he said that, it was like, I got it in my head. I don't know where, but it just brought me back to like a cartoony kind of like an animated, or not animated, but like a magazine, like a comic strip kind of deal. No, so I was taking a nap. Like I said, my cat wakes me up, early, so it's Sunday. It's like I lay down at like noon, and I take longer naps, so it was like 3 something. But my friend, roommate, landlord, 3-in-1, whatever you want to fucking call it, because it's his house, but I rent and live there. But anyways, long story short, he still got he got the house from his dad. His dad had a landline, so he kept it. He said, fuck it, all the family and people can reach him. But for me, I haven't had a landline in fucking 20, 30, I don't even know. I mean, I never had one, but my parents, my family, My grandma was the last one, and I barely, got to see grandma in my adult years, so I didn't, see the landline or use it. But I'm sleeping, and his stepmom calls, and she's 70. So I should have thought this, but I'm like dead asleep here, and I hear, "Hey, we just wanted to call and wish you guys a late happy Easter. I'm sorry I missed it." And so my head goes to, like, I'm listening, but it's subconsciously or unconsciously or half conscious, and so I'm like, "Oh fuck, it's after Easter. It's Monday. Shit, and I'm like, fuck, and I'm looking at the clock, and I'm like, oh god damn it, and I look at my phone. I'm like, there's no missed calls. Like, that, great. They just think I'm a no call, no show. Like, I'm totally fucked. And I'm just like running around the house getting ready. And then I finally fucking stop for a second. And I'm like, wait. And then I look at my phone and it says Sunday. And I'm like, you dumb son of a bitch. She's 70. So for her, calling late on Easter is 4 o'clock. But to me, when someone says happy late whatever, it's fucking a day, 2-3 days later at least. So the sweetest lady, but I was like, you fucking gotta be fucking kidding me. You fucking call and you leave this loud ass fucking voicemail in the middle of the fucking day, and I was taking a good nap and I felt fucking comfortable, and it wasn't her fault. I was mad at the situation, but I didn't answer. I didn't take it out on her. I would never do that. So like I said, sweet lady, 70 years old with a heart of gold. 70 old with a heart of gold. But, the voicemail just fucking, it got me, like, hauling ass out of bed. And then, I think it was that night, or the night, one of the weekend nights, I was laying in bed, and, I'm, like a lot of people, I'm sure, you put something on that you don't really watch, just to fall asleep to. And I put on, there's a show on Netflix, Blue Mountain Ridge or Blue Mountain State. It's like some college, raunchy college, like, like an American Pie kind of deal, but it's like a TV show or something. I don't know. I never watched it. I knew it was raunchy. But I figured, fuck it, I'll put it on because I don't care. I don't watch it, and I'll go to bed. And again, somewhere in my half consciousness, I'm not listening. There's no context for what's going on in this show. But I just hear some guy in the show yell, "Get this man a cookie and a jockstrap." And I fucking died. I burst out laughing, like, fucking woke me up, or, finished waking me up. And I fucking came out laughing so hard. Because, as you can imagine, even in context, that could be funny as fuck. But to be half asleep, and it just sounded like somebody yelled at me, "Get this man a jockstrap and a cookie." And I'd like a cookie, like Bill, in one of his comedies talked about a man offered him a cookie, and he couldn't take it because he's a man and from another man. But he's like, at the same time, I like cookies. And that's how I felt. It was like, I don't need a jockstrap in bed, but I'll take a cookie. So, yeah, and like I said, I can't even give you a backstory because I fell back asleep, or went back to sleep. So, yeah, we need a jockstrap and a cookie for that guy, whoever that guy is. Shit. And then, let's see, what else do I got? Speaking of the women needing to be heard, I've talked about the secret agent. I'm going to call her Special Agent D, that I work with, that I was telling everybody. I was like, man, she's got to work for some agency, or, be like the owner's undercover, like, I don't know. So she's got to be something. But on the topic of women being heard, I know I mentioned she always brings up the most random conversations. Try to explain these. She brought up, she said she got her fudge packed professionally at Uranus, and left me with no clue as to the context or anything. So I had to, and this is an older, a retirement age woman. So obviously I'm not coming out at work and just going to answer, respond with, "Well, how did you like getting fudge packed at Uranus?" Like, there's no way. Like, how do you tiptoe around that that sentence. So I don't remember how I got around it, but I got to the point where she explained that there's a place in Kentucky called Uranus, fudge packing plant. And you can go and you can pack fudge, and it's all like a play on words. You know, it's supposed to be really good fudge, but it's all play on words. And to me, it's funny because you think that this place would be canceled. You know, it's fucking get your anus, you know, fudge pack. I mean, how much more like homophobic sounding, or maybe not even homophobic, but you know what I mean? It's like, you know, you get canceled for calling someone fat or stupid, but you can go into Kentucky and get all your fudge packed, as much fudge packing as you want, right at your anus. So, you know, that's not canceled or closed down. You can get your fudge packed at your anus every day of the fucking week if you want. But no, that wasn't even the best part. The best part was another conversation she started out of the middle of nowhere. The nowhere. Where the fuck is the nowhere? There's quite a few of them. Jesus. I shouldn't do podcasts or comedy. I don't know why I do it. No, she tried to, she's like, you know, snakes have penises, which, you know, I was like, no, in my head, I'm thinking, you know, that's not one of the things I was looking to learn this week or research. You know, it wasn't on my bucket list of, you know, learn before the end of April. You know, do snakes have a penis? Or what do they use, you know, to mate? Like, that wasn't on my fucking to-do list of the week. But of sure as shit, Secret Agent, Double Agent D, fucking, I guess the letter's appropriate for this, fucking brings up snake penises and starts trying to explain the shape and size and how they're tucked into the scales and you don't see them, and then somebody else brought up a raccoon's got a bone in their penis, and so it's like they got a constant hard-on, and it just folds out. And then it went on to fucking cats that have like barbs, or either way, too many animal penises and too few conversations, and it was just very uncomfortable. You know, not even because of the penis idea, because it's not like, you know, I'm sitting here Googling pictures like, wow, man, that fucking squirrel, he's got some big nuts, and I'm not talking from the tree, you know, so it's you know, it's fucking, it's animals, you know, it's not like, you know, I mean, I got a cat, I had his balls removed, you know, he licks his asshole every day. It's not like I'm like, whoa, man, you know, ass to mouth cat, jeez, you sassy little whore, you know, so I mean, so it's not the animal part, it's just the fact of like, why are we talking about this at work? And, you know, like, I mean, let's talk about the extinct wolves. Let's talk about fucking Donald Trump and how bigly and greatly we're going to be big and great again. Or, you know, like, dude, anything but fucking how the shape and size of a fucking snake's dick. That's just weird. That's not a conversation I don't feel like anybody starts with anybody at work. Especially not on that time. Like, you don't just start off with, hey, did you know snakes got dicks? Like, well, I don't know. Did you know that snakes have babies? Like, so they gotta do it somehow. I mean, it might not be I should have asked, like, is it a mushroom top like a human? Does it have a bunny rabbit like a toy from the store? Like, I don't know, where am I fucking supposed to go with that? But yeah, so on that note, let's see, what else did Bill talk about? I just went into politics and started bitching about the rich people. I agree completely. It's not, you know, it's not other countries that are taking our jobs because, you know, they came over and said anything. Just like I said last cast, it's because the companies can pay, you know, families in Africa, Asia, Africa, you know, other continents, whatever, they can pay their families, you know, $1 a day. And to those families, it's worth it because, you know, I don't know whether their currency's different or what, but, well, maybe it's not even worth it, but they do it. You know, that's the fact, is they do it. And, yeah, so, you know, people here, you know, everybody wants a fair living wage. You know, if you work your ass off, you should be able to have a place to live and a vehicle, you know, and a fucking, a stable life. You know, so I agree on all that. But, yeah, on that note, you know, I'm not going into the red tie, blue tie. I'll stay purple tie right down the middle, 50-50. Everybody can go fuck themselves. And yeah, on that note, we'll see what Bill's got to say Thursday. Thursday's always, are kind of shitty because he's shorter. And he was shorter today, but I had a couple good stories. I think the fucking waking up, the jockstrap and the cookie one was good. And then waking up fucking running around the house on a Sunday, Easter Sunday too, thinking it's Monday that I work. So I'm like half dressed for work by the time I realized, looked at my phone. But yeah, so on that note, I'm going to run inside fucking Walmart here. And yeah, I said Walmart. I'm that low on money, you assholes. Fucking everybody thinks they're all better than everybody. No, I'm gonna run in here and grab some shit. I'm gonna grab a drink, grab some cat stuff, because I gotta take care of a cat. It's like Bill what he said with his dog, man. Mine bites somebody, he gets put down. If your kid bites somebody, they get time out. But no, I'm gonna run in, got some shopping to do. So we're gonna cut it out. Go fuck yourselves. Have a happy week, safe week, healthy week, clean week. Watch out for the rain. Be careful not to get a sunburn. Make sure your voice is heard. Make sure you're in a safe space every day, all day. Yada yada. Bill, enjoy your family, you fucking libtard asshole. Well, I actually got that from his friend Dean because he fucking promoted his shit. Yeah, there's a plug for you, you fucking fucks. But, yeah, safe week, good week. See you Friday. Go fuck yourselves. Bill, go fuck yourself. And I'm out. Off to Walmart. Woohoo!